First of all, why the heck would anyone move to a cabin in the north of Sweden where the sun sets at like 2 p.m. in winters and it's basically dark all day? I know it's been 4 weeks. I think 4 or 3 weeks that I've posted. I said I was gonna be consistent, but stuff just happened, I guess. But I'm here now. So for those of you that are new, my name is Medi. The channel's name is Meditate, and I just post videos that have to do with wellness, personal growth, and mental health as well. And I'm just basically documenting my journey, and hopefully one day I'll look back into it and see how much I've progressed in life, and I'm happy to share it with anyone who's willing to listen, I guess. And if it brings any value to anyone, I think that would also be a big plus for me. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm here. I'm in Sweden. I'm actually in the sauna right now. I'm about to jump in after I'm done with this video, but I actually moved here to be with my girlfriend. That's one of the main reasons. And I actually did not expect it to be this tough. I am basically in a cabin in the north of Sweden, in the middle of like the woods, and it's just tough because I used to live in a tropical, beachy state, and it was a big change. Like my first 2 months here were not pretty. It was very tough because I basically found myself bored, and the boredom is what I want to get into, because when you're bored, your mind just has to look for that dopamine rush, I guess. When you're bored, there's like no satisfaction at that moment, because you're like, I don't know what to do with myself, and you're just stuck. You feel stuck. And I think that's what happened to me when I got here. I used to just play basketball every day, or just box every day, or move around and do something fun. But when I got here, it was quite tough because I couldn't find anywhere that had a basketball court, or let alone just people my age. But once I realized that I am either going to stay at this state throughout the duration that I'm here, or I can find something to do with my time and flip the script a bit and use this time to grow, to learn something new, and to do something that no one, in my case, would have done. So what I did, if you're hearing the sound right now, that's actually the water pump. But I did not expect to have all these thoughts coming in and rushing in and basically making it hard for me to just get out of bed. It pushed me to start 2 companies online, and this has been the most challenging thing I've done this past year. But I'm getting to some crazy new revelations about just running a business in general and dealing with people in general remotely, and it's been quite fun to see, because I'm like, okay, when these succeed, I would literally tell anyone around the world that you have no excuse, because I literally started 2 companies in a cabin in the north of Sweden. You should definitely have no excuse. So the thing is, what I learned from all of this is, when you are free from every distraction your brain can think of, or once you have that discipline to just focus and hone in on one topic or one task a day, I'm sorry, you'd be able to do anything. You'd just be able to do anything in life. And I think that's why I'm very grateful for this move, because it's like now I can do anything because I don't have any distractions. And if I want to focus on anything right now, learn something new, have a new skill, like that's for me right now would be so easy to do, and there is no excuse because it's up to me to basically complete the task. So let's get to boredom and productivity. So wow, the boredom part, by the way, was insane for me. Like the first 2-3 months I just couldn't handle being bored. Like there was nothing to do, man. Like literally I was just sitting there and going to school, which was online. After I was done, I was like, okay, what now? Like I can't go play basketball, can't do anything really. My license is expired from the state, so I have to get a new license, which means that I need someone to drive me there, and everyone's working obviously. So it was like, what am I going to do with this time? And I think that's a really good question to ask yourself. Like when you are anywhere in the world, what are you going to do with your time? Are you going to sit around, distract yourself, scroll around social media? Are you gonna go do something good for your body? Are you gonna go chill with friends? What are you going to do with your time that by the end of life, basically, you are very, very happy with what you've done and you have no regrets? And I think that was the question that I had no answer to, and that drove me crazy because I didn't know what my purpose was, what my calling was. I guess we all don't know it, but what did I love? I had no idea. And it took me, I think, over 6 months of actually focusing on it. Like I focused on nothing else but trying to answer this question. For some of you it could take a week, it could take 2 months. I really don't know how long it would take. It could take a year, but for me it took me 6 months, and it was really painful because I wanted to distract myself. I wanted to put a pause on the question because I'm like, yeah, I don't know now, so I might as well do something else. But one thing I found was I just started doing what I thought was good for me, and then I created the momentum. And with the momentum, I saw failures, I experienced obstacles, and then it moved me to different paths that I actually tested just by doing, and I got so much out of it. I'm so grateful now that I'm running 2 agencies now from a cabin in the north of Sweden remotely, and it's just wonderful to see that I can do something like this. If I can do this, I'm pretty sure anyone can do this, no matter where you are. But when I got to Sweden, I was like, okay, it's literally me versus me. And in life it's you versus you. And I'm like, okay, if I do something now and I accomplish this task, I should definitely reward myself for it and then move forward to the next task. Boredom has taught me that when you are bored, it's not because you have nothing to do. When you're bored, it's just you have no goals. You literally have nothing to do because you have no plan. You have no goal, no plan, nothing to look forward to, and it's just surviving the day and just letting the time pass by. And it wasn't until I realized that you need to be able to have a goal, have a plan, and work to fulfill it. I don't think you'll ever be bored. And once you succeed, boredom will hit again. But once you have another goal set and another level you want to reach to, I think you would definitely never be bored. That's one of the things that I learned when I moved here, and it's just a big lesson to take from this, because I could have been the opposite. Could have just said, you know what, I moved here, it sucks, there's nothing to do, there's no people my age, I don't want to really do anything because of my situation, or tell myself I can't do anything because of my situation. Yeah, that just doesn't work for me. Like, my brain won't be able to comprehend that. It'll just be like, no, you can't just say that, and you know what you're capable of, and you're just letting time pass by. So if you are anywhere, even if you're in a cabin somewhere here in the north of Sweden, I really urge you to sit down with yourself and listen to your thoughts. When you're bored, listen to your thoughts. What does your brain want to do? What are the questions you're asking yourself? If you are asking yourself any questions, what are the excuses you're making for not doing something in life? Because it's basically, at the end of the day, it's just that. It's just, what are you not doing to move forward? It's not what is that thing stopping you from doing, because nothing really at the end of the day stops you from doing anything in life. So just ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what do you really want to get out of your day, your life? Do you really want to stay bored if you are bored? And move forward with that. So another thing that actually is big for me is nature. Nature has changed the game for me, because I actually love to stand and just look at trees and hear the birds and breathe the fresh air, because it just does wonders for me. It helps me reduce my stress. It helps me get more focused, get a better idea of what I want to do next, and it just clears my mind. And I think if you are near nature, I would really recommend you just go out and just stand there and just take a deep breath and just look around, like really look around, like notice if there are any patterns or how the trees are moving. I know this sounds like kumbaya stuff again, and I know it's tough to just go and do it, getting yourself out to do it, but just think about it as, if you don't do this, the consequence is that you could stay in the same spot that you were 2 days ago, 3 days, 1 year ago. You must change in order to see change. So yeah, moving here basically put a mirror in front of my face and was like, you have nothing to do now. So what are you going to do with that? And I'm feeling really grateful that I was able to step out of that rut and actually do something I wanted to do for me for once. Partly being posting YouTube videos and talking to a camera in the sauna, which I should probably jump into right now. It's probably gonna get cold. Yep, the camera turned off. Have an amazing day, have an amazing week, and don't forget to breathe today. And I think that's the time when I end the video right here.